Hi guys, and welcome back to Blues Focus TV, and today we're looking at Blues' upcoming home fixture against Blackpool. Blackpool in the relegation zone, really struggling, and to be honest, they are probably one more loss away from relegation. Not mathematically, but you'd have to say it would be a miracle if they survived after a loss. And Blues, who are mathematically safe now and have had a brilliant season under John Eustace. Yes, we've had probably two periods where we weren't picking up enough points, we were really struggling and we looked on the ropes. But Eustace has adapted in both scenarios and managed to pull us up, keep us up, and I'm very happy with what he's done. I think he's done a very good job. If you look at the start of the season, we were expected to be relegated. Now, yes, midway through the season, we were sitting just off the playoffs going into that World Cup break. So I understand their expectations change through a season, but you can't now say that, okay, well, survival's not good enough, we should be finishing top half. He's done a very good job with the limited tools that he's had. And hopefully, if this takeover does have legs and we do manage to get something done in the summer, Eustace gets a bit of funding and backing in order to build for next season. It could be very exciting times ahead. He's a very likeable guy. You know, you can tell he's got passion. He cares about what he's doing. And I just hope that he is given the opportunity to continue what he's doing because I've been very impressed with him. Now, before we get into the analysis, make sure that you hit that like button. Let's aim for 15 likes on this one. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Channel is continuing to go in the right direction, and that is down to you guys making it possible. So thank you very much for the continued support, and let's keep pushing. And also, over on my channel, JC Football, link in the description, I'm aiming for 200 subscribers by the end of the season. I'm currently on 182, so I'm not far off my goal. Can you make it happen? Could we even push towards 250? That could be made possible by you. So if you have a spare few minutes, I'd really appreciate you heading over, checking out my content. Premier League content is what I mainly do, but also within my YouTube shorts, there's quick minute videos on manager appointments, managers being sacked, predictions for games outside the Premier League, and there will also be a lot of transfer news when the transfer window opens. So if that sounds interesting, head over there, and if you enjoy what you see, make sure to subscribe. Now, let's get in to the opposition. And Blackpool are 23rd on only 38 points, and they've actually picked up the least amount of points out of any Championship side this season. The only reason they're not bottom is because of Wigan's point deduction. They're in very bad form, losing 5 out of their last 6 games. The only game they didn't lose was a 1-0 win over Wigan, but they needed to pick up more points in the other games because you'd have to say a loss in this one would leave them with 2 games left, 5 points adrift of Reading, who would have 3 games to pick up a point. 2 for mathematical safety, not including goal difference, but Blackpool would have to win their remaining 2 games. Anything other than that and they would be down. So Blues could really be the final nail in Blackpool's coffin. They've only managed to pick up 14 points out of 21 away games this season, so very, very poor on the road. And they've also got minus 25 goal difference, so they concede a hell of a lot. Not too good in front of goal. I think this is a pretty good opportunity for Blues. That's it for the opposition. Let's get in to the Blues. And Blues are currently getting a nosebleed up in 15th place. What a brilliant season we've had, and we're finally mathematically safe, which is great to say. I know we've done it for the past few seasons, but this season feels slightly different because 15th is good, and we are in touching distance of Bristol City in 14th place, who we're only lower than on goal difference. So there is a possible 14th place up for grabs this season, which would be a very good end to a very good season. Mid-table, I would snatch your hand off for that at the start of the season. We've only lost 2 out of 9, so we're in a good run of form. Those 2 were against Watford and Sunderland, but 4 wins in that time. Out of our last 6 matches, we've kept 4 clean sheets as well. So very good defensively, not conceding goals, snatching games by the odd goal, and we've gone back to being defensively resolute. I mean, Mark Roberts and Kevin Long have formed a pretty good partnership. And I thought that Mark Roberts' Birmingham City career was pretty much over because he was at a stage where he was making a mistake pretty much every game. But he's got his head down, he's focused, he's formed a good partnership, and we're reaping the benefits. We are doing very well at the moment. Now, there's some injury doubt for this game. Jukovic is going to miss it. Scott Hogan is a major doubt. He has been injured for a while, only coming on and featuring for the last sort of 20 minutes of games here and there. He can't really start by the sounds of it. Troy Deeney, it will be a little bit too quick for him. So, by the sounds of it, we don't have a striker for this game. Who plays up front? For me, I'll probably give it to Khadra. He has proven he's a very good finisher, very clinical, and he's got bags of pace. He can dribble. I think he'd do a very good job up front. And I'm hoping that if those 3 are injured, I'm hoping that Eustace sees it the same way and goes with Khadra up front. John Ruddy is also injured for this game. Got injured in the last match. Been a brilliant player for us this season. He is definitely in the running for player of the season. For me, it's probably between him and Trusty. But Ruddy, what a season he's had. Brilliant signing. And hopefully we can keep him for the next few seasons. I know he's getting to that sort of stage where retirement is on the horizon. But I think as long as he's playing games, he will stay with us, which is great news. Etheridge will be deputising for him with his injury. Did brilliantly in our last win against Millwall, a 1-0 victory where Ruddy came off, Etheridge came on, put in a brilliant performance, managed to get in the Championship Team of the Week for it when he didn't even start the match. And that performance against Millwall really stunted their chances of playoffs. I mean, they are still 5th, but they've got a few teams lingering just below them with games in hand, and it makes it interesting. But Etheridge did a brilliant job in that one. I'm hoping that we can get some out of this game. That's it for the Blues. Let's move on to the head-to-head. And in the last 5 fixtures, it's 2 wins, 1 draw, and 2 losses against Blackpool. So it's very evenly split. The reverse was a 0-0 draw, so the only draw out of those last 5. And last season, we lost 6-1 away at Blackpool. Now, this is at home, so it's not the same fixture, but there's a chance here to get revenge for that 6-1 loss by beating them and pretty much relegating them. That would be some great revenge. Sorry, Blackpool fans, if anyone is watching, but I think Blues are going to do it, go and get all 3 points in another clean sheet and a 1-0 victory. So, those are my thoughts on this upcoming fixture at home against Blackpool, but make sure to get involved down in the comments with your prediction and any thoughts you have about this game. Comment on how you think we've done this season. Are you impressed with what you've seen? I understand we've had a few rough patches, but we've came out of them very well. Are you happy with Eustace? What do you think of the recent takeover news? Just get down any of your thoughts down below. Make sure to hit that like button to smash our goal of 15 likes. Subscribe if you haven't already. And hit that notification bell so that you keep up to date with all the latest Birmingham City content. Head over to my channel too and make sure that you hit that subscribe button and help me get my goal of 200 subscribers by the end of the season. I've been James from Blues Focus TV and up the Blues.